One of the end products of job design or job analysis is the job description or position description. Although these terms are used nearly interchangeably, with job description being the collective reference, they actually represent different concepts. It's useful to exaggerate the difference for clarity because job and position descriptions are the building blocks for position classification systems and management systems. Both are written statements about a job that describe or list the duties, but they often differ significantly in focus, as well as in their uses, writers, and level of specificity. Job descriptions are statements that codify the typical or average duties, sometimes by using work examples, as well as levels of responsibility and general competencies and requirements of the job class. They're generally prepared by human resource specialists or personnel consultants. Their primary use are for systems management, placement of positions in specific classes, and compensation decisions. Job descriptions tend to be maintained by the human resource department. The language is usually generic, so that a description covers many positions, and the examples used may or may not apply to a specific position. Although the format varies, the underlying structure of job descriptions does not. Position descriptions are statements that define the exact duties, levels of responsibility, and organizational placement of a specific position, or essentially identical groups of positions. Although they are sometimes written by personnel specialists, they're normally written by job incumbents or their supervisors. Their primary purposes are for recruitment, where they can be modified as vacancy announcements, reclassification, where the duties and responsibilities tend to be compared to the job classification requested, and performance appraisal, where work standards and accomplishments are emphasized. Because of the wide variety of objectives, their formats vary considerably. Their maintenance is generally dependent on the specific use and the culture of the local unit. True position descriptions are rarely centrally maintained. Small organizations may not maintain job descriptions and may use position descriptions only occasionally, such as when they need to recruit. Small and medium-sized organizations that have overhauled their position classification systems within a decade or so find that they're able to maintain job descriptions that have many characteristics of position descriptions because the number of incumbents is small in each class. Finally, it should be noted that traditional job and position descriptions vary from their contemporary counterparts in two significant regards. The first of these stems from the profound effect on job descriptions, position descriptions, and position announcements of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. Traditionally, jobs were defined as having 3 to 10 major duties, each of which might have 2 or more job tasks. Because of the ADA and its prohibition against discrimination of an individual with a disability who, with or without reasonable accommodation, can perform the essential functions of the position, the language more often used today addresses essential and non-essential functions rather than duties and tasks. Furthermore, physical, manual, and special requirements are now routinely spelled out in job and position descriptions. Second, the new management emphasis on accountability and results has led to the incorporation of performance standards in some cases. It remains to be seen whether results-oriented job and position descriptions will become the norm.